All right, Wolfpack, here we are. CrossFit Open 2022. They just released the workout today, so we will be doing this for class tomorrow. The programming is all updated. So for those of you who are doing the Open or sign up for the Open, there's a few standards and new things they've added that we have to go over. For everybody else who is not signed up for the Open, you can just run through this workout just as just another Friday workout. Okay, it is a 15-minute AMRAP. 3 wall walks, 12 alternating dumbbell snatches, so 6 on each arm, right arm, left arm, right arm, left arm, and then 15 box jump overs. Okay, they've changed a few things for those who are signed up for the CrossFit Open that we'll go over right now. So the floor plan for 2022, so I guess this year in the Open, they're setting the floor plan for us just to make it even across the board, so everybody kind of is playing on the same playing field rather than people having gyms that are off or different. They have a disadvantage. So there is a setup, right? You actually start behind the middle line. The gym is all taped up, so you'll see when you go in, go to the wall, standard wall walk line here. The first thing that they did change is the tape line for males and females is no longer based off of your specific height. It is now just at a set standard. So all of the women doing RX is 55 inches from the wall, and then all the men are 60 inches from the wall. Okay, for scaled, I believe it is a 55-inch line for everybody, and the same standard is where you start with your hands in front of the line or on the line, you go behind the line, and then you go back in front. Okay, and then there's a 9-foot line that the plyo box is outside of. So basically you do your wall walk, and then you do your dumbbell snatches in the middle or the furthest box, and then you go outside the last line to do your box jump overs. Okay, you'll see that all when you get set up. So the first thing, I guess we went over the wall walk standard with the tape line. So the second thing that we have to go over is the box. Well, I guess the dumbbell snatch, okay? Both heads of the dumbbell on the ground. So I know a lot of times when we do dumbbell cleans, we only tap one. The dumbbell snatch, as we come down, both heads have to make contact at the same time, okay? So just remember that when you alternate your arms. I don't think there's anything that says when you have to pass the dumbbell before it was above head. Second, they made it behind the eyes. I think you can pass it wherever. So just make sure both dumbbells hit the ground and we lock out overhead. The third thing for the box jump, this is a pretty big one for some people who like to go really, really fast. After landing on the box, athletes must step off to the other side. So you can't jump off and you can't bound anymore. So some people who are really fast, right, they can turn, they can jump off, hit the ground, and then bounce right back over the box. So you have to actually step down from each box jump in order to credit it. You can do a lateral jump. That is permitted, so you can stay sideways, but you still have to, a lot of times we'll go fast lateral, boom, jump off, boom, jump off, but you have to still step down. So just make sure you pay attention to that. I guess you can jump over the entire box if you want, but I really wouldn't recommend that. If you're trying to get real freaky, go for it, but I wouldn't do that. Other than that, everything else is pretty standard about this workout. So if you watch the Open announcement, you watched Noah Olson and Patty V, they went out the gate flying. Okay, I think Noah did his first round in 105, and Pat did his round right behind him, maybe 108 or 110. That is not a realistic pace for anyone, and I don't mean that in any disrespect, but these movements over 15 minutes is going to get very, very challenging, going very, very fast. So we have to pace this thing from the get-go to stay as consistent as possible, because everything is going to fatigue relatively quick. It's a very global workout, right? You have basically every muscle from your toe to your head, the tips of your fingers being used. So I anticipate this being a dumbbell snatch and even honestly a box jump over workout. You're going to be spending most of the time on these movements. The 3 wall walks can take a while, but even if you take a 10-second break between, you're going to get those done in 30 seconds, okay? 12 dumbbell snatches, about 3 seconds per rep. So you're looking at a minimum of 36, and then 15 box jump overs if we start slugging and going super slow. If you do one every 5 seconds, that's 75 seconds. That's a minute and 15 seconds. So you're going to be spending most of your time in this workout on the box jump over. So we have to pick an appropriate pace that we can maintain here, okay? I think realistically, if you're doing rounds every, 90 seconds to 2 minutes to start, it's going to be pretty achievable for people with a high capacity. So make sure you slow yourself down at some point, because you are going to get ahead of yourself. It's really easy when box jump overs feel really good, right? Dumbbell snatches we can rip through, but you have to pace yourself because this is a very, very long workout for these movements, okay? I think if you are not doing the open, we need to choose a dumbbell that you can do unbroken the entire time, especially at least for the first half. We don't want to be spending a lot of time on the dumbbell snatches. We need to get through those. And then when we're working on the box jump overs, this needs to be a chance where you breathe, you move efficiently, right, and you try to recover just a little bit. So when we're ready to get back to the wall walks, you can just knock those out. Okay, nothing's worse than getting tired, walking up the wall, going to the ground, and then laying there and feeling defeated because we're so tired, and we've all done it. So I think the best way to approach this workout is to cruise through your box jump overs at a pace that you can keep going the whole time. It doesn't have to be slow, but the box jump over should really not slow down a ton throughout the workout if we're trying to achieve a really, really good score here. And then when we get to the wall, we bust through the wall walk as quick as we can, and then we just kind of slow down with the dumbbell snatches. This is alternating arms, so your other extremity gets a rest. It's going to be obviously taxing on the shoulders, but you don't need your shoulders for the box jump over, so I think we can get through those. Other than that, there's not really much else to say. Just it's a very paced workout, and you can get very ahead of yourself very soon. So make sure you stay within yourself. If you go too fast in the first round, take a little extra breather, slow yourself down, and then get back into the second round. But other than that, have a great workout. If you are signed up for the Open, you will need a judge. So just assume if you're signed up for the Open and you come to a class, we're going to be running multiple heats, probably 2 heats, and you're going to judge somebody. So somebody's going to judge you, and then you're going to judge somebody. So it'll probably get paired up. So just be prepared that's going to happen. But other than that, let's have some fun. CrossFit Open Week 1. We've been prepared for this. You guys should be ready. Have a great workout and crush it. Later.